The Somali National Army is spearheading the operation to flush out members of the Al-Shabaab group that were left behind in Kismayo as the rest of the fighters fled to their hideouts in the forests and hills. The door-to-door searches have been adopted as the best strategy to round up members of Al-Shabaab and their sympathizers in the city. A small group of Al-Shabaab militants is suspected to have remained in Kismayo city to carry out suicide bombings, hit-and-run grenade attacks, and targeted shootings in their perfected guerrilla-style tactics, which they employed in Somalia's capital, Mogadishu.
Among 200 of them, they are in town. Still, we are investigating, and we make our own struggle to get all those 200.
Kenyan troops are guarding strategic facilities and buildings in Kismayo. The troops have also been monitoring movements in and out of the town.
Out of Kismayo, there are three main exits. One heading toward Jamame, another one toward Janakabdala, and another one towards Balahaji. All those have got checkpoints, and the people doing the actual searching is the TFG.
Life is steadily returning to normal in Kismayo as the Somali National Army and pro-government forces patrol the streets daily in a bid to give confidence to residents. But locals are cautious and few are venturing out in the streets. Residents of Kismayo cannot celebrate yet for fear of Al-Shabaab remnants. KDF troops say they have spotted Al-Shabaab militants on radar. The militants operate in small groups and normally move at night. But the fighters have neither opened gunfire nor shelled mortars at positions held by Kenyan troops and pro-government coalition troops. The man in charge of security and commander of the Raskamboni Brigade, Sheikh Ahmed Madobe, says his forces are running joint operations with the Somali National Army to provide the much-needed security.
You have seen the local. Still, you know, they are afraid because almost around 5 or 4 years, they are under control of Al-Shabaab by the very strong hand. That's why the civilian, they get now to hope maybe they will get alive, something like that. And
KDF combat engineers continue to comb the city, searching and destroying improvised explosive devices believed to have been left behind by the militant group. Al-Shabaab's main Chako point is now under Amisom forces control. According to the United Nations, Al-Shabaab earned an estimated $15 million, an equivalent of 1.5 billion shillings each year from taxes on charcoal trade. The terror group also minted an additional 4 billion shillings in taxes on contraband goods, including sugar, electronics and weapons passing through Kismayo port. The UN Security Council late February this year banned the export of Somalia charcoal, but the insurgents ensured the charcoal reached their markets in Dubai and the Gulf states. Amisom troops have choked off the route supply. Somali police officer cadets who graduated mid this year after a 2-year professional training course in self-defense, counter-terrorism, criminal investigations, crowd control and community policing are now engaged in maintaining law and order in liberated areas of Somali capital Mogadishu.
The mandate is centered around capacity building, reform and restructure of the Somalia police force.
The police cadets will play a critical role in protecting the lives of civilians, protecting VIPs and ensuring peace across the country. Young Somali female have also expressed enthusiasm to join the police force as a sign of patriotism, especially now that there is growing hope of peace return to war on Somalia after 20 years of clan rivalry. Patrick Amimo, KTN Saturday Night.